The allegation is possession. It was never. There was no allegations of use
allegedly
or threat.
in possession or
He had a
whatnot.
kitchen knife on him. Possession. It was never.
You were on
There's no
bond
allegations of use
for
or threat.
a
It's just that he had a kitchen knife on him.
terroristic threat.
Terroristic
You are on
threat.
bond.
You've now picked up a criminal mischief. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000
You've
fine.
now picked up a criminal mischief.
Probable
You were
cause
facing
you
up
have
to
the right
6
to
months in
remain
jail
silent.
and or a
Anything you say
$2,000
can or
fine.
will be used against you. We are going to do the right to have an attorney
you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Yes, Judge.
You have the right to have
On
an
February
attorney present.
11th,
You cannot afford one.
2025, the officer responded to a physical disturbance at a resident in Harris County, Texas. On February 11th, 2025, the officer responded to a physical disturbance at a resident in Harris County, Texas. Because they were bothering him advised that the caller was reporting the officer made contact with the defendant and the complainant because they were bothering him about a broken window. The officer. The officer made contact with the defendant and the complainant stuffed animal which had a fixed blade kitchen knife concealed inside. The defendant was found to be in possession of a complainant stuffed animal which had a fixed blade kitchen knife concealed inside. The defendant stated the complainant came to his house with her roommate accusing him of breaking a window at her apartment. He said that the complainant had come to his house with her roommate accusing him of breaking a window at her apartment. The complainant had come to his house. He was walking back to his apartment accusing him of breaking a window at her apartment. Came out the back door. The defendant stated he was walking back to his apartment, saying that she came out the front door. Came out the back door to her apartment. But then he changed the story, saying that she came out the defendant stated the complainant came with a gun to confront him. Though he did not see the complainant stated that the complainant stated that she was laying in bed with a gun, heard a glass window in the back door. The complainant stated that she was laying in bed, ran to the back door, heard a glass window in the back away from the door, jumped up, holding a green stuffed animal with a knife, and saw the defendant walking away from the door, repair the window, holding a green stuffed animal with a knife. Apartment management stated the cost to repair the window was $200.
The only thing my concern is
There's a lot of randomness in it,
who broke
Judge.
the window. Did he break the window? My concern is
Your Honor, so according to the DM's,
broke the window?
what the complainant
Did he break
says
the
that she
window?
saw him walking, what she heard, so broken window, the DM's the complainant says that she saw him walking, what she heard the broken window, she told me that saw him walking away. I spoke with her yesterday as well, she repeated the same thing that he was the only one there. I spoke with her yesterday as well, she saw him the same thing that he was the only one there when the window was broken.
He's walking away.
That's what she said.
He
She saw
actually
him
calls the police
outside
because
the
he's being
door
harassed
when
by
it was
this woman
broken.
because she's saying that he broke a window. He actually calls the police because he's being harassed by this woman because she's saying that he broke a window. Whatever stuffed animal. And I don't think there's any list of physical evidence like glass on him or anything.
and did they arrest him on the
Whatever
spot?
stuffed animal.
At what point did the cops come and did they
do we
arrest him
have
on
any
the
other
spot?
physical evidence? Do they?
We have.
What do we have any other physical evidence?
He was
Do
approximately 20
they?
feet away from the back door when she saw him, and that the officer found the window to be shattered. 20 feet away from the back door when she saw him, and that the officer found the window to be shattered.
How do we know he did
And
it?
then the complainant showed the back door.
No one's saying that he did.
I mean, no one saw. How do we know he did it?
To be honest, just what we have is that the window was broken, and then she saw him outside. To be honest, just what we have is that the window was broken, and then she saw him outside at the time when she came upstairs to check on. That's what we have.
However,
I get it. I get it.
the fact is, we're still having issues with the same complaining witness. However, I now have to take more drastic action to make. We're still having issues with the same complaining witness. In the future. I now have to take more drastic action to make. I'm putting an ankle monitor on it. And I'm barring him from going within 500 feet of where now what I'm going to do is I'm putting an ankle monitor on it and I'm barring him from going within 500
Ankle monitor, just want to make
feet of
sure
where
it's ELM and not
lives, where she
scram.
works.
Yes, Judge. Asset fees be waived. Just want to make sure it's ELM and not scram. I'll add.
How far do they live from each other?
Asset fees be waived.
You know?
Do you think so? Complex? I'll add
You
more.
were
Do they live from each
across
other?
the
Alex?
street.
You know?
When I spoke to the complainant, she said that described it across the street that he was staying at a friend's house. When I spoke to the complainant, she said that they do not live across the street, that he was staying at a
So
friend's house.
what I'm doing,
but
Mr. Franklin,
he told
is
officers
I'm going
that
to put a
he
monitor
lives
on your
across the
ankle,
street.
and there
So
is a
what I'm
radius
doing,
where
Mr.
you cannot
Franklin,
go where this
is
person
I'm going to put a
lives
monitor on your
or
ankle, and there
works.
is a radius
And
of where you cannot
I
go
mean,
where this person lives.
We
or
may have
works.
issues with bond conditions
And
as it is, because if
I
I
mean,
ordered him not to have weapons on the terroristic threat,
may have issues
and they
with
show
bond
me that,
conditions
or
as
they
it is,
prove to me that
because
you
if
have
I ordered
weapons,
him not to
I'm
have
going to
weapons
put your butt in
on
jail.
the terroristic threat, and they show me that, or they prove to me that you have weapons, I'm going to put your butt in
so
jail.
maybe we should have a formal bond hearing to see if, in fact, you can prove that he has a weapon.
So maybe we should have a formal
bond hearing to see
I have some hesitancy
if, in
about
fact,
everything,
you can
Judge,
prove
mostly
that he
because my
has a weapon.
client's orange sheet is quite extensive. I have some
so
hesitancy about everything, Judge, mostly because my client's orange sheet
illnesses.
is quite
I'm
extensive.
trying to track down his competency because I was
the
appointed,
jail's diagnosed, I think,
multiple
December.
mental illnesses.
So there's been prior
I'm trying to
competency
track down his
motions.
competency because I was
I'm
appointed,
trying to get the
I think
reports
December.
from them. So there's been
which
prior
is difficult
competency
because
motions.
I'm trying to get the reports
I forget
from
what
them,
agency does the mental health
which is
evaluations.
difficult because
They're saying that
they don't
the-
exist. So I'm trying to
I forget what agency does the mental health evaluation. They're saying that they don't exist. So I'm trying to find bipolar schizophrenia, and it sounds, or schizoaffective. And so I think that my client is likely going to have severe mental health issues. So I think that my client is likely going to have severe mental health issues which have been causing issues. I'm trying to push for treatment. And the case is just brand new. That's going to be the heart of all this. And so I'm trying to push for treatment.
Ordered not to be in possession of any weapons. And they're telling me now that you have a new case, to be in possession and that you have an alleged knife as well. That you have a new case. I want to set this for a formal hearing. Have an alleged knife as well. And if they show me that you have a weapon in violation of your bond conditions, on Monday, I'm going to bring it. And if they show me that you have a weapon in violation of your bond conditions, I'm going to bring it. Do you understand what you are not to be in possession of get a hold of your witness weapons, get a hold of whatsoever. The cop. Let's have a formal hearing on Monday to show me whether your witness, whether get a hold of the cop, weapon or not. Let's have a formal hearing on Monday to show me whether you, in the meantime, possession of a weapon or not. Like I said, if I find that you become a danger to my community, like I said, it's really not going to go well for you. If I find that you become a danger to my community, do you understand, Mr. Franklin? There is
Hold up. 15 alerts in 6 minutes? That's not a violation. That's a speed run. But here's the twist. The defense argues there was no actual contact and possibly no evidence. Question is, does the judge care about intent or just the pattern?
Judge, that we reset for more than Monday only because this case is new enough that there's literally no offense. The new case, the criminal mischief, which will be the allegation for the motion.
Find no probable cause in the criminal mischief.
The new case, the criminal mischief, which will be the allegation for the motion.
Find no probable cause in the criminal mischief.
So we have to get contact that the OR. We have the name of the officer, but we don't have the OR tonight. So we have to get contact. We don't have the OR. We have the name. I could reach out.
So the allegation,
and
it's
so they can.
We don't have an OR, so we're reading DIMS. So the allegation, the officer saw a knife, or maybe the CW saw a knife. So we're reading DIMS.
To me, it sounds like the officer saw a knife,
or maybe
the CW saw a knife. So I mean, it sounded like both saw. You know, that should be sufficient. That's why for you to get a full. I mean, I guess I'll give you both witnesses.
Just to clarify, that should be sufficient for you to get a full. Get in contact with both witnesses. Just to clarify, possession parties here. The officers
let's have a hearing. Get this guy over here if you need to subpoena him. Do it so that today's Wednesday. Let's have a hearing. Get this guy over here if you need to subpoena him. Do it so that today's Wednesday. We'll have a hearing next Wednesday.
You're not to be in possession. As part of your bond condition, you have a GPS monitor. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. Boundary. You have a GPS monitor in this case. And you're not to go within. It has now come to my boundary through the pretrial witnesses. In this case, you have bond violation. It has now come to my attention through pretrial specifically that you have bond violation. Mr. Franklin has not been compliant with his conditions of bond. Client has failed to Franklin has not been compliant with his conditions of bond or visiting a restricted location. Failed to not have contact with client was ordered person by the court or visiting a restricted location. Feet of the client was ordered Northwood Drive apartment to go within 500 feet. 225 client received Northwood Drive apartment in victim exclusion zone alert. 225 10:22 a.m. The victim exclusion zone alert at 10:22 a.m. In fact, the victim what have been told by pretrial is that we have in fact, what have been told by pretrial is that we have 5, 6, 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 9, 4, 11, 6, 12, 7, 18, 9, 10, 15, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, interject, Judge. I think that's all in a 6-minute window. So I think it's he crossed into the exclusion zone at 10:22. I think it's he crossed into the 10:28 exclusion zone at 10:22. I've got a and out at 10:28. What was given to me from pretrial. I've got I can proffer to the court
I get it.
From pretrial. In no way admitting that this would be admissible.
I get it.
Provided. It looks like in no way admitting that this would be admissible. And looking at what pretrial provided, it looks like he walked about 1,000, maybe 1,500 feet. It doesn't 6-minute window through. While it says contact, there's no alleged contact with any person. I know, but it says contact. There's no alleged contact. No one has complained to the state. I know, but it's the way it's written out. And so it looks like he walked through. No one has complained to the state, which is Speaking of pretrial,
so it looks like he walked through
an
exclusion
500, which is
it 500?
I
pretrial is actually
500
larger
feet because
than
I didn't want him to go anywhere near the complaining witness in this case.
500 feet? Yes, Judge.
This is the same complaining witness that we have anywhere near the last case that I know in this case.
Yes, Judge.
No, this is the same complaining witness that we have the last case that I know PC.
And so the terroristic threat was, they're both strangers. The terroristic threat is, the allegation is that my client asked to bum a cigarette, got in an argument. They're both strangers. The terroristic threat is in, the allegation is that my client asked to bum a cigarette, got in an argument, random person's window was broken, and somehow my client got charged with was that no one saw some random person's window was broken, and somehow my client got, but when the police made scene, when no one saw had any evidence kitchen I had done it, is the allegation. But when the police made scene, I will say that the new case, it was no PC, but there's also no evidence. There's no. I will say that the new case, it was no PC, but there's also
because they didn't go and get it because I know PC'd it.
Well, that's part of it. It's also
it's because they didn't go and get it because I know PC'd to have issues with Mr. Franklin.
It's also Daytown. So Mr. Franklin is going to have issues on bond or not, Your Honor.
Mr. Franklin.
His mental illness is quite severe. Mr. Franklin is going to have issues on bond or not, hospitalizations in the past. His mental illness is quite severe. Right out of page, if not over. He's received hospitalizations in the past. His orange sheet is right out of page, if not over. I would take this court, or ask this court to take caution. The system is aware. In the sense that we're not having a. I would take this court, or ask this court to take caution in the sense that we're not having to revoke.
We're having a hearing right now.
Well, fine with having nothing has been admitted. But if the court should wish to revoke, there was no admissible evidence.
Right now.
I'm having. Well, fine. Nothing has been admitted because there was no admissible. There is no admissible evidence. I'll find to discuss with the court possession because nobody has testified. But there is no admissible evidence of either. And I don't think the pretrial services officer in this room would have the ability to testify how a GPS. And I don't think the pretrial services officer in this room. Be mean to her, but it's not her job. Testify how she's not going to have any knowledge of the first-hand knowledge. Be mean to her, but it's not her job.
To have issues
so she's not going to have any knowledge of the first-hand knowledge.
I'm tired of it. We continue to have issues with Mr. I only have one way to fix this. I'm tired of it.
So I've spoken with the state,
I only have
particularly the
one way to
chief.
fix this.
We're leaning towards. I've spoken with the state, particularly the chief. Diversion judge. We're leaning towards reaching a resolution on a. Sounds like we're going to do mental health diversion judge for. It's not evaluation, there, but it sounds like so. I'm going to file a competency evaluation for.
So that there's another 30 days. I'm not going to sit here and wait for him to have another bond violation. So that there's another 30 days. I'm not going to sit here and wait for him to have another bond violation.
If you'd like to revoke his bond,
because he's doing whatever he wants to do. Because that's what's happening here.
Yes, Judge. If you'd like to revoke his bond, which I can understand where the rules of evidence would apply, I would just ask that we have a formal hearing with testimony.
I'm still going to take him into custody.
The rules of evidence would apply.
You know, I find that he's a danger to our community. He's continuing to still going to take him into custody. You know, I find that he's a danger to our community. He's continuing to just.
Mr. Franklin, what do you let us do for me?
Don't farm.
I ain't getting no justice. Continue to let us stand for me.
Don't farm.
I found no PC on your case last time.
I ain't getting nothing to nobody.
I found no PC on your case last time. I'm asking you to do is stay away from this place. All I'm asking you to do is stay away from this place.
What I'm supposed to do? I'm trying to take your money, I'm not doing. I'm running back and forth. You want me to do?
If you need things, we can.
I'm doing it the best I can. I'm not doing it to nobody.
We can.
I'm doing it the best I can. I'm not doing it to do with nothing. What you want me to do? You ain't telling nobody for nothing to do with nothing.
Listen.
You ain't telling nobody for me.
Just slow yourself down.
Are you? Is he saying that?
Just slow yourself down.
Family that lives near here. Is he saying?
So he's given me. I've been trying to get
family that lives near here.
Or he lives. So he's given me. I've been trying to get it directed. So he lives between, and he essentially migrates between the two. And with mom, who are both on because of his mental health issues, I'm having migrates between the two addresses.
Franklin,
because of his mental health issues, I'm having a problem confirming the addresses.
My mama's out, but she threw me out this morning.
Where are you staying?
It's the same thing. My mama's out, but she threw me out this morning. Trying to tell me. It's the same thing. Let her say whatever she wants to say. Trying to tell switching up everything, making it hard on me. Let her say whatever she wants to say.
Does your mom live near this
switching
address?
Switching up everything, making it hard on me. When I leave,
does your mom live near this address?
I don't have nowhere to go. I go to my cousins. When I leave, food. When I leave, I don't have nowhere to go.
Are they within this address?
I buy them food. They don't know.
The problem is that are they within this address? Baytown is a big city.
They don't know live in Baytown.
No. Baytown is a big city.
I want you to go near where the complaining witnesses live. That's all I'm asking you to do. I want you to go.
This is the moment everything shifts. The judge isn't talking punishment anymore. She's talking prevention. When a courtroom turns emotional, the stakes aren't legal anymore. They're personal. Do you think compassion works here, or is custody the only option?
I want to know exactly where they live in relation to this address. Put you in? That's what I want to know. All I want to know. I'm debating why. Put you in or not? Because I've asked you not to go to this place. Why? And yet, no. Because I've asked you not to go to this place. Figure out. And yet, where the places are where your mom lives. Talk to your lawyer. Where the cousins live. And I want to figure out where the places are where your mom lives. Can't go. Where the cousins live. You understand? So we know exactly where you can't.
I'm trying to get the addresses, and it's somewhat difficult, but we'll give it another try. I've been trying to get the addresses, and it's somewhat difficult, but we'll give it another try. I have the location figured out. It took a while because getting addresses from my clients. I have the location figured out. So it took a while because getting addresses from my clients. So the exclusion zone.
No. Don't. Just take it off.
We just visual live
streaming. I don't want to.
So the exclusion zone. So if you were to look at the exclusion zone,
just take it off because I'm live streaming. I don't want to.
10 and 19. So if you were to look at the exclusion zone, that is the cousin's house. Numbers 10 and 19. He lives probably just left of it, 30 feet outside the exclusion zone. The cousin's house. And so my client lives probably 30 feet outside the exclusion zone. And so my client.
So hold on a second.
So
13.
So numbers 10 and 19. So
13.
So numbers 10 and 19.
That's that cousin.
Because what I can tell, I have a number. I'm having to do this with Google Maps.
Number 24.
What I'm saying is that's where he's. I'm having to do this with Google Maps.
Number 24.
What I'm saying is that's where mom's house he's kind of living. About 2 miles. He then walks through the exclusion zone. This one he's actually. I think he was walking to CVS to get his psych. 2 miles due east. And so this one he's actually. I think he was walking to CVS to get Garth Road, which is the road that. And so he goes, which is through the exclusion zone just outside the map. I can show you on the road that the CVS is. So he walks to Garth and then goes just outside the map. I can show you to get to the CVS, and then he walks to Garth and then goes north. The 6-minute window to get to the CVS, and then east to Mop. So I think through the exclusion zone to get the 6-minute window. I think is him walking. As far as I can tell, that's through the exclusion zone to get. He never stops. To CVS. Very long. It's a 6-minute. As far as I can tell, that's what's going on. He never stops.
CVS in relation.
Very long. It's a 6-minute time. So in relation to the map, if you keep going east of the map, so in relation to the map, if you keep going east of the map,
the curve.
That's him trying to walk around the apartment.
I don't understand.
He was trying.
He's right next to it, man.
That's him trying to walk around the apartment. He's going to get his sight. He was trying.
He's right next to it, man. It's like literally within like.
He's going to get his sight. Next judge. Rash thinking is not. I don't know, Judge. I think he's trying to go around it, from what I can tell. And I think he's trying to go around. I don't know, Judge. I think there's a big field, but CVS is go around to get to the field, to walk through the field. Here, let me just show you my phone. That'll be the easier. So here, let me just show you my phone.
No. Come around, because I don't want to.
So
No. But come around, because I don't want to. I want you to understand something and listen to this clear. I want you to understand something. Every and listen to this clear. In my county, and I want them to feel safe. Every person. This person is scared of you, and I want them to feel. That's why I don't want you. This person is scared of you. Do you understand? That's why I don't want you. All I'm asking you to do is stay. Do you understand, Mr. Because I don't want you to accidentally bump into them on the street. Away, because I don't want you.
And there it is. The judge lays down the first real heat. An ankle monitor, a 500-foot restriction, and 0 room for error. Viewers, what would you do if your freedom depended on a GPS signal not glitching? Let me know in the comments.
But if you're going to be a problem and you're going to scare my city,
I've got a problem with that, and I'm not going to take it. Where you're trying to get to on that map is nowhere near where this person lives. Where you're trying to get to on that map is nowhere near of the area of the zone of exclusion. Your cousin lives outside of the area of the zone of exclusion. There's no reason for you to go near where this person lives. Mr. Franklin, you need to find another way. No reason for you to go near. I'm not going to do this with you again. You need to find another way. I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm not going to do this with you again. I'm trying to warn you. Understand that I don't want you to go near. I'm trying to be nice to you now. And I'm trying to warn you if you need that I don't want you to go near. Nathan can help you out where they live. If you need a place to stay, help, we can find you a place. Nathan can help you out. Eat food. If you need a place to stay, a job, we can find you resources. We can. If you need, all you have to do is food. If you need a job,
he can't give you a job. He can
resources. We can give you. All you have to do is ask. I want everyone to feel safe.
Give you a job. He can.
You understand? That's all I want. But I want everyone to feel safe. I want you to feel safe. You understand? That's all I want. That's it. Like I want you to feel safe. Everyone gets a fair shake. That's it. Everyone. I found no PC on your case last time, right? Everyone gets a fair shake. That's a fair shake. Everyone. I found no PC on your case last time, right? That's a fair shake. You understand? It doesn't get any more fair than that. Do you understand? Mr. Franklin, I'm well within my right now to put you in custody. Mr. Franklin, I'm well within my right. But I want you to understand that I'm not going to do this again. I'm not, you understand? I want you to understand that I'm not going to do this again. All right? You understand? So just please, I'm not asking much. Make a path for him to go around. Please, so that there are more. Make a path for him to go around.
I think it's 500 feet. And the cousin lives, I was going to see if we could shave some of the, I think it's 500 feet. And the cousin lives just outside. It looks like GPS is giving some false positives. I was going to see if we can lower it to 400 instead of 500.
Yeah, this say would be if T was 14.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you saying that the circle is within 200?
This say would be so that circles within 500.
Wait, hold on a second.
But,
are you saying that the circle is within 200?
And so that circle's within 500, but it was originally.
But these right here are not.
So that's gonna be outside. He's not being deemed those. They show.
But these right here are not.
So that's gonna be, but that's not. He's not being deemed for those. They show all the points that is.
I have a caution because it's right outside the zone. Okay, sounds like okay.
Just
I have a caution because it's right outside the
carve
zone.
a path so that there's no more issues. Just make sure that you guys can carve a path so that there's no more issues.
Yes, now you can sit in this pew right over here.
All right, Mr. Franklin. That's it.
You have a seat. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Now you can sit in this pew right over here.
I'm approaching on a motion to sub. Your Honor, I was retained on Mr. Fuller.